What's up, everybody? We're back, and not only that, but TNA is back. I am so happy. I cannot even explain it. Awesome weekend, against all odds, was a fucking blast. One of the most fun shows I've watched in a long time. Viewership finally came in for the first time in, I think, over 2 months or some shit. It's good. Anthem just hired a new executive to look, whatever, we'll get into that, chief revenue officer who, basically mostly for TNA and Invicta. All right, we'll get into all that. I am here with the Horror King, Gary, as always. And, sorry, one more thing I want to mention before we get to Gary. TNA social media, for I think the first time ever, posted Deonna Purrazzo versus Thunder Rosa on YouTube yesterday. I've been begging for this. That's an AEW ongoing feud. They mess with WWE, so now they're doing it with AEW. Awesome job. What do you think, Gary? First off, what do you think about Against All Odds?
I must say it's off the chain. It's been a while since I've had that feeling coming out of a TNA live event or special or pay-per-view. Just felt like I was telling you, I think I sent you a private message. I said, I felt like this was TNA's rebirth, and it kind of felt like an Attitude Era TNA, if that's possible, Jay.
Yeah, it felt like an old school TNA show, like when everyone was going crazy the entire time. The crowd was nuts. The crowd looked awesome. It looked better than, and I'm not going to say hate to shit on Dynamite because I do. It looked better than most AEW recent shows when they're taping in these giant buildings and they have one section of the, place has fans. TNA had fans in what, all four fucking corners of the building? Like it was awesome. They were loud. It was great.
Yeah, I don't think the hard camera side was too empty either. And I noticed they kind of hybrided the staging this time around. They kind of cut down the main staging, kind of took the show or the LED screens down about half a notch, and then like took the things that were like kind of always on the roof of the building and stuck them at the far end of the venue, which made it feel a little bit like around the pandemic, like during a time like we actually had it look pretty snazzy in the venue. I don't know where everybody's getting this or cutting back. I don't know. I just felt like it just looks more.
Yeah. Let me go off on that. So, I wrote a post today about, saying it's been a rough few months, and these are just facts. People can say whatever you want. Now, some of the aren't facts. Like, I don't know if these ratings are right. I got some random person on Twitter. I don't know. Yeah. He looks smart. He has 12,000 followers. I think that makes, you know what I mean? He has like 12,000 followers that doesn't follow many people. So whatever. I'm pretty sure it's real. So, first off, 92,000 viewers on Axis, and this was the second week they've been on TNA Plus at the same time. So that's very good. This is the first time we've gotten a number where they've been on TNA Plus at the same time. I think Gary looked it up, and it was 80. They got 80,000 viewers May 1st, I believe. Something like that. I'm not sure. There's a bunch of 80s from this year. It looks like someone just threw out some random 80 numbers because they didn't know the numbers. But yeah, I guess they got a bunch of 80s.
We did have a pretty good stack card for this go home show as well. It said Ash by Elegance returns to action. Santana takes on Zachary Wentz. The Nemeth brothers face ABC, and then obviously the big thing of it all is System head out to the Hardy compound, which was,
yes, I was going to say. I think that's what brought viewers. And I mean, Jesus Christ, Jeff Hardy, how was that pop? Holy shit!
Oh yeah,
I don't think they could have anyone ever again that can get a pop like that. To be honest.
And then the thing is, I think even with as much of a surprise as it was, because I'm sure a lot of people don't listen to PW Insider going into these shows. I think that made it even all the more better for them, because if you don't pay attention to those sheets, it makes wrestling that much more excitable.
But also, if you do, they've been very miserable. Like Meltzer writing about how TNA has nothing coming up after June or July, and now they have what? They're set until the middle of September, like a week after he said like that. He said like they didn't have enough office people or something. Guess what? You don't need that many goddamn stupid ass office people. I guarantee they looked into it and they were like, you know what? We don't need, these jobs are fucking redundant. We don't need all these people. Well, and now, Anthem today just hired a new chief revenue officer specifically for overseeing TNA Wrestling and Invicta FC.
Wow.
And I missed his name. Sorry. Rob Kligman.
Oh, and then
Robbie Cliggs.
Did you hear the recent rumor that Impact or TNA, WWE are thinking about doing a Super Show pay-per-view kind of thing going on?
And AJ Styles was asked about it and said, well, I forget the actual word. Sorry, I've tried to put up a quote, but no, I don't have a quote. He's open to it. AJ Styles is totally open to it. Here's my problem. If you have a match with fucking AJ Styles, what are you going to put on the next week? Like, how do you follow up AJ Styles?
Yeah, you don't.
It's like, I would make that the finale. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can never follow that up. I don't know. Whatever. I just feel like that would be like a finale for a fucking TV show.
Seeing as this is, AJ will always be TNA no matter if he's with WWE or whatever. But I guess I don't know if it's a storyline, but I guess he's selling an injury right now with the steel steps or something. Somebody attacked.
Yeah, but he just lost a title match, which puts him kind of like in a great spot.
Yeah,
to work with other, like, if I don't know. I don't think I can do anything. No, but we don't know. Freaking, we're all hoping and whatever.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, the AJ thing would be nuts. Sorry, back to. Okay, yeah, sorry. Got the ratings, blah blah blah. Okay, got to mention this part. Please, everyone, remember this. Remember the talent that was posting those stupid ass emojis, and now almost every single one of them are straight up on their knees begging for NXT matches. You fucking frauds, all of you. I hope none of you get the match. Hope the only people who get matches are the cool ones who didn't talk shit about management, weren't assholes.
Oh, like, yeah, can you
imagine that? Imagine how dumb you feel like after you sent that fucking stupid ass emoji and then you find out we're gonna be working with WWE now. Whoops.
Yeah. Well, and that's definitely a testament to talent such as PCO, because he was still continuing to put the company over, and him being from Montreal, Canada.
Yeah. And PCO, who Scott got rid of and then brought back because fans freaked.
Yeah. Yeah.
Remember that?
And that says, yeah, I definitely remember that, but I do feel like he's all like, because he's such a veteran, like he's one of those veterans that can work through anything. So I think that's all the more testament to his character on the show. I'd like to see him retire TNA, because the man seems to be doing really good putting over the product. And I guess last time I heard, that's the highest ticket sales in nearly a decade for TNA. The Slammiversary.
I was gonna say, I thought you'd be on top of that. So Slammiversary's killing it. They sold out against all odds. Like, I don't know what else people could be complaining about. But I did see a nice post on Twitter from Ultimate Sky Daddy, who said, "Good to see people like my own friend are still crying like bitches with their heads up their asses, acting like Scott was the only thing which made TNA work, in spite of all evidence to the contrary. It's nearly been half a year. Get over it." Very well said.
And if you notice too, Jay, on the shows, very, very ECW less since Scott's been gone. Like a lot of former alumni not showing up on screen, kind of stealing all the spotlight. Which is, I think is making for a better show too.
We talked about, I think they got stuck with a bunch of Scott things that they had to finish off. Like, you can't just do a goddamn reboot. You know what I mean? Once the guy leaves.
Yeah.
So they had to they might have to wait. They might have to do 2 months of stuff. We don't know. Who knows how confusing this shit is with wrestling, with all the people that got set up, and then I don't know. Who knows when they knew Matt and then Jeff were coming? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Did not see it happening this soon. I thought they might come over, just because I know they weren't the happiest up down in AEW land, but I didn't think it'd be this year. I thought maybe next year.
Yeah. I'm totally. I became like a Jeff. I'm just a Hardy mark overnight. I loved the broken stuff for the most part. Then I thought, okay, maybe it's getting a little old, or I don't know. And then it was terrible in WWE and AEW. I don't even know if they tried it in AEW, other than he was teleporting.
Yeah, they had
like fucking idiots.
they had smashed Vanguard 1, I think, within a week.
Oh yeah,
of
that's right.
bringing
Yeah.
it over. And I was like, what? You know what I mean? It totally
they attempted it. It was a disaster, and
ruined it.
yes. So, sorry, just checking if we had any more news. No. Okay.
No, only a little bit of.
Sorry, I got one more. The knockouts, Decay. See, I don't know if AAA is like canon, but Decay was back together with Tasha Steelz wrestling against they beat 3 AAA girls at Triple Mania, which also I think means none of those 3 will be at the tapings.
Oh, very likely.
But we also have spoilers, which I'll run through later.
And I guess that Triple Mania event is their biggest of the year. So I mean, still, no matter what you think of AAA, I mean, it's still a big collaboration we still have with them. They're very prominent. You know, I mean, I'm sure there are a lot of different wrestling fans that know of the AAA product, regardless, you know, if they, you know, watch it.
Jarrett was there.
Because they have names.
QT Marshall, Satnam Singh. So they had AEW guys. Wow, but Patron was there. Jeez. He's still going.
Losing side of things, I guess, but
really was there. But I'm probably thinking of something else. Yeah, Decay and Tasha Steelz. So that was pretty cool. But yeah, I don't think we see them at the tapings. But we will get to that at the end because we do have spoilers.
And I did have one little tidbit of news about Against All Odds, before we get into it and delve into it. The Josh Alexander and Eric Young match with ABC was supposed to be on the pre-show, I believe. And then
it either was, and people freaked out, or they put out their own graphic originally.
Yeah, they did something like that, but like then they jostled the card around. I didn't know.
I'm gonna say it was a mistake because I mean I just don't think you put 2 guys like you know, I'm not a Josh lover, but you don't put guys like that on the pre-show.
Yeah, definitely not.
Okay, Showtime. Just want to quickly read genius Christian Thompson, who wrote after the Santana match. That gives Hardy an out when the system interfered a ton of times and cost him the title. Then I think Jeff will return and save him. We were totally, I thought the same exact. I think we said it last week. Like either Jeff helps him win, which I really doubt, or he gets his ass kicked. Then Jeff comes out, everybody goes insane, the show ends, and like that might have been the best possible ending.
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't know if you caught coming out of Against All Odds, like they played it really close to the cuff with the show running over. They had like the 3 full hours, and I looked at my watch and it like had like a minute before they were going to cut off.
Oh, wow.
I feel like that was the only bummer of it. I felt like they kind of rushed that a little bit, but they also, you know, they don't want to pay that extra 4th hour, which I get, but something like this, I think I would just pay it. You know what I mean? It's huge.
Or I don't know, cut some shit down.
Yeah.
Your favorite, the pre-show, Sami Callihan defeated Gresham and Kushida interfered. I don't know what the hell's going on there. Looks like, what did he say? He used a towel to try to like remove the ink from Gresham. I don't think that's how it works, dude. I'm pretty sure it's coming from like pretty sure he's like Spider-Man, you know what I mean? Where it's coming from inside of his body. You can't just wipe it out of his mouth.
I will say this pre-show versus past pre-shows, I thought they did real considerably a better job.
Yeah, that's another thing we mentioned. And same with stupid ass show. Sorry, it's not a stupid ass show. Sorry, it's not a stupid ass show. What's the second show? Explosion. Yeah, Explosion. I'm telling you, anyone could look back. Explosion and pre-show matches have gotten better. And I say this a lot. What the fuck is the point of a pre-show match if it sucks?
Yeah.
Who's gonna buy the show, watching the show if you see a shit show? Although I think we did get one of those because I saw everyone. I didn't see the match, but I saw everyone in the world blasting the Hex. Oh no! I'm sorry. This was at the tapings. I'm sorry. Not this match.
Well, then they cut this card down a little bit too, because like past cards we've had like 12 and 14 matches on some of the ones we've done recently, and this one had 10 full matches with 2 pre-shows. So
the one thing I didn't like is I think they had 1 or 2 matches that weren't announced.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe that's why.
But whatever. We'll get into that. Like, was Rich Swann versus PCO announced? I don't think.
I don't know. I think that might have been in the cards though, because when AJ Francis, he stole the rose from
Okay, yeah. I mean, yeah, I don't think it was like, I don't think it was like officially announced until before the show, and that's kind of weird, but whatever. Again, I love what they're doing with the system, killing it, dominating. That's how you like. It's a great goddamn faction for the first time, and again, we tell them we talk about that. They don't have factions, and now they have an awesome faction that's dominant. Like,
well,
we're gonna be shocked when Moose loses. They're so dominant.
Well, the thing is, Jay, what they did here is they kind of did something that we haven't really seen yet in terms of the faction. Is you had Dirty Dango turning heel. Well, not that he really ever wasn't.
Yeah.
He turned on the Nemeth brothers, which was pretty nice swerve. I mean, it wasn't unexpected, but I do see him with the system.
Second I saw, the second they threw Alicia out, and I just saw him, I'm like, his name is, thinking in my head, his name is Dirty. Like, you can trust this guy. He's totally turning. But I love how, well, kind of a spoiler, he's not actually in the system yet. That's all I'll say.
Okay. A credit to Tom Hannafan though, putting over that Dirty Dango has a friendship with the Nemeth brothers, so a nice catch. Probably a case of him, from being familiar with WWE, that he knows that. And I don't know. I just thought it was cool.
I honestly didn't even think about that. I just thought he was randomly there with them.
Yeah. So
speaking of him, has anyone noticed that Johnny Bravo has not been on television, nor has Johnny Swinger? And guess what? No one has been complaining. I guarantee this is one of those things. If someone put a goddamn message out saying TNA is getting rid of Johnny Bravo and Johnny Swinger, everyone would cry. But guess what?
Oh, yeah.
No one has said a word because no one's noticed.
And what about the big Russian dude, too? He's no longer...
Oh, yeah. Great signing there, Scott. Yeah, Vladimir fucking Kozlov in the year 2023. Like, seriously. This is so... Oh, my God. This is one of the best goddamn Impact shows. TNA shows.
It's like they did they unroll everything that Scott is kind of like
that's what I think I mean. Like, that's what we're talking about. Like, it took a while. They have to get rid of Scott's bullshit. Like, not bullshit. His writing, whatever his feuds. It's the things. The fact that he had Giselle set to be champion. That Giselle was set to be champion. I mean, that was in the cards, man. Just watch back what happened with everything with Giselle. She was supposed to return and win the title. It didn't happen because Scott got fired and they were hooking up. That's it. She's never winning a fucking title now. Sorry. Just got to yell about things sometimes. So the show started off with Macklin and Santana against the Rascals. Crowd went insane. Fun match. Really good opening match, I think. Like, fast and stars. And Macklin got a goddamn win for, I think, his first win in TNA.
Yeah, very strange pairing of the two. Just because Santana and Macklin are a couple of hotheads, but they do have good chemistry. And I was really surprised, especially like Santana. He's so much bigger than the Rascals, but he's so much willing to hang with Miguel and Wentz. It was like amazing. Like, you could tell he's happy being back.
Yes, I mean, like, I think he's like similar to Matt. Like, you could just tell these guys are like so happy to be back, like where they can do what they do.
Yeah.
Like, Santana was like locked in a thing where he can, again, I know it sounds like I'm shitting on AEW, but they have a million goddamn wrestlers. It doesn't matter how good Santana is. It matters, does Tony fucking like the guy? Because there's 50,000 people like Santana. Again, no offense to him. Sorry, 50,000, too much. Say 50 in AEW. But you put them in TNA, and he's a fucking star. Like,
well, hopefully they do something to get rid of Penta Dark and Ray Phoenix again. I would take them guys back.
Yeah, definitely. Jesus Christ, that's what I mean. And like the fact that more people might be coming like that, like it's really and the whole WWE thing. I mean, I saw people giving Tatum Paxley shit, and I don't know why I don't know what they were watching. Also, I said, like, I'm sorry, like, it's 2024. There's 100,000 people watching TNA, maybe, and 2 million watching Raw. I don't even know about fucking SmackDown. And probably even more. I mean, the Peacock shit. I'm sure. Look at their shows. They're going to these insane places. Like, people have to understand. There's no equal trades. That's not happening. We have to take what WWE gives, and this is what they gave. Jordan didn't even lose fucking clean.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And then she came back and beat an NXT girl clean. I don't want to hear who the fuck is Tatum Paxley. I don't know a lot about her. I know she's young. I know she's hot as shit. Who just remind you? Who just remind you of? Because somebody else said I saw a few posts about there saying the same thing.
Yeah, what
girl,
was her name?
Daphne.
Daphne, yeah, hardcore Daphne from WCW.
She kind of has those crazy eyes, like.
Yeah, she did some really insane thing, like from the middle turnbuckle kind of thing, like and that threw Jordan over. I can't remember what it was called, but it's like very unique. Like I had never seen that move before. And then I'm not gonna lie, the inner pig came out of me when I started seeing her do that legs thing in the middle of the ring. I don't know if you caught that, Jay. She's kind of like spreading her legs and whatnot.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be jumping around a little bit. Just Santana and Macklin won that match, like we said, very good. And just jumping to the knockouts match because this was like a make or break kind of thing for me. Like I was going to be so pissed off if it was like Giselle or someone like that. And again, or Ash. And just because of like, WWE, everything, all the shit they have going on. And I thought it was just so cool. Like Tatum Paxley, like holy shit.
Well,
and again, even if she's not known, she's fucking known from like wrestling fans know her more than they know TNA. At this point, I hate to say it, but it's true. Like,
well, that's the I've seen somebody make an interesting comment like that. Like, she's really improved in the ring too. Like, she's like, they feel like because she kind of like, and now has faced somebody like the likes of Jordan. Like, this is just the beginning of her, career. Like in terms of how far she can go, it's unstoppable from what they're at the pace she's picking up in ring matches. So
yeah, see, I have honestly never seen a Tatum Paxley match. I've seen her.
I've never seen one. A lot of thing is people said.
Oh, interesting. She debuted in 2022.
Well, I guess a lot of people had been saying that it was going to be Tatum, but I don't know if you caught the moral majority of the crowd was saying Tessa.
Oh, yeah, that would have been insane. Me and Robles keep talking about that. I mean, I kind of have a dream scenario where. Okay, I can't get to it right now because they announced the Slammiversary match for Jordan, but we'll get to that when we get to the spoiler section. We'll run that down really fast after. So yeah, Jordan wins. That was, the only obvious thing. Like, well, no, I didn't think it was obvious. I think Tatum could have possibly won and taken it to NXT. So whatever. I was really excited about this. I really thought the match. I thought it was cool and whatever. That was really cool.
Well, it was very possible, but my thing is like if she would have lost the second match in a row, I don't know what at that point you. Well, there's the afterthought instead of the juggernaut.
Totally. Yeah, totally.
But yeah, I totally see why you would have thought that because there was a few times where I think Jordan was kind of thrown off by her demeanor. Some of the things she did. I don't think she'd seen any knockouts or anyone resembling a knockout to in a ring. Like some of the things she was coming up with is very. I don't know. I'm trying to think of the word. Kind of like the Bushwhackers. Kind of a strange an encounter for somebody that's not used to that type of style.
Yeah. So jumping to the main event, Moose beats Matt Hardy. Hang on, Thompson says 25 minutes, and Jesus Christ, this is one of the best Matt Hardy matches I've seen in maybe like forever. As Broken Matt, like he can only do this is what you have to. This is what he has to do. Like he has to do hardcore matches. But even still, he took some bumps. Like I thought he'd be the guy giving the bumps. This dude's old and he was jacked as fuck. He looked in great shape. He kept going. He hung with Moose for 25 minutes, man. Awesome fucking job.
Mentioned that Robbie Sky looked really good here too. She's had 4 kids now, and she still looks like a teenager.
Yeah. Also. Yeah, I got to quickly mention the actual Hardy stuff this week was hysterical, brilliant on the TNA show. The Hardy compound stuff, just got to mention it because it was so fucking good. I don't remember laughing so hard with certain things. And we literally just talked about directors and stuff. Like maybe they should get like one of Gary's director friends since he's a horror icon now in the YouTube world. And it kind of looks like that. Like certain things looked incredible, I thought. Like when the little girl did whatever to blanking. Eddie's wife. Yeah, Eddie's Alicia. when little girl was talking to Alicia, like just like the feature, like it looked like a horror movie kind of thing, and it was I don't know feature whatever it is, you know what I mean?
Well, I don't know about you, Jay, but I also like it too when they not just when they do the kind of the crazy shit in the compound, but I like it when they show us different parts of the Hardy house, like the arcade they have. They got a movie
Oh, it's
theater.
so great. It's like
Well,
like it's so deep, you know what I mean? Like the Hardy stuff. Like I don't know how many characters in the history of wrestling got as much time to develop as Matt did. And I used to always say that to people, like it'll never work anywhere else because you're not gonna have fucking 6 months of watching this man break and then watching him become broken. You know what I mean? Like we had to watch him break first. People forget that part. His brother broke him.
And then on the go home show to the Against All Odds, it was really cool with Alicia when she's in the where Rebby was playing the piano, and she's like, you know, Rebby, you know why I don't like your family? Because you're all weird.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah, that was right for the girl thing, and the girl stepped up. Yeah, and Revy, I gotta say, Revy was very I feel like the opposite of what she used to be, where she was way more like chill.
Oh,
maybe it's because she's getting older and she's understanding, like, you know, she doesn't have to be she's not the over the top one in the group. She doesn't have to be. Like that's Matt. She could just be everyone else is a straight person, you know what I mean? To Matt. To Matt's ridiculous. Like you don't need any other ridiculously wacky characters. Because like that's Matt. Like everything just works around Matt. Even Jeff. And I always used to say, there would never be Broken Matt without Jeff standing next to him, solidifying it and making it credible. And now it just does that. I don't know. I'm curious what happens next. I don't know. Do they become a tag team? Do they leave? I'll be really pissed off if they leave because I know that I read Jeff's not signed. I don't know about Matt.
Well, no, they're definitely not. I've seen something like that, but the thing is, like,
give them the money.
Yeah, they could go up north and sign the Legends deal. You know, like very much like Team 3D did not so long ago.
I mean, I could see that, but I don't think like they would do that anytime soon. Because like,
yeah, maybe not.
Like Matt
but
wants to
somebody
Matt, I mean, look at Matt. He's jacked. He wants to do this for a few more years. Definitely. He doesn't want to be fucking WWE. Like he knows he can get that deal in 5 years or 10 years. Like that'll always be there.
But there was some merit to somebody was saying something about possibly putting them in the Hall of Fame just because they are there. They might never get again.
Well, yeah, I mean,
maybe.
Yeah, it's tough. That's a tough thing. I never know what to do about that. But I mean, I feel like with the WWE relationship, if they can keep it going, who knows? Like, who the hell knows? Like, maybe we can get fucking. I mean, the fact that AJ Styles is actually like being talked about is fucking insane. And all of this, please, everyone, remember, this is after Scott, your so-called fucking genius, was fired. TNA has become fun again. They're working with the biggest company ever.
Yeah,
and people complaining, we're not getting anything out of it. I'm like, you're a fucking idiot. Yes. Anyone watching WWE is learning a little about TNA. Where else are they going to watch it?
And there was no inkling of TNA was going to be working with WWE when Scott was there either. So this makes me wonder if this wasn't maybe kind of once they got Scott out of the picture, like they said, well, you know, like
I think it makes sense that would be part of it. Like,
yeah,
they wanted to, well, like maybe it was like, we want to work with WWE, and Scott's like, yeah, no, I want to buy this place. And they were like, yeah, that's funny. We just got an email from some crazy ass fan saying that you're fucking Giselle. Is that true, dude? So who knows how much truth is there or what actually happened? Why hasn't the man tweeted? It's been like a year. I mean, I feel like it's like, if you don't say anything, like you're guilty, you know what I mean? But whatever. So yeah, I mean, I love the goddamn main event. Everything was almost perfect. Me and Robles always say we would like a tease. What do you call it? Post-credit tease.
Oh, yeah, like
like Marvel does. Like you put the credits on, then like afterwards, like
like a bit of an Easter egg kind of thing.
Like afterwards, like someone like breathing or something. Or
well, that's what they call it for a DVD or a Blu-ray.
Yeah, like a flash or like a flash of like a knockout. Not a knockout's flashing, although I would totally also be for that. Sorry, just gonna read Thompson here. What an awesome way to end a terrific night of TNA wrestling. I do have to Question Thompson here, who seemingly loved the show. I really enjoyed Tonight's Against All Odds. You can all read that, but 7.5 out of 10.
Well,
Your number doesn't match your words, Thompson. I was actually going to message them because I was going to be like, I think you meant 8.5.
all I can think of is, Jay, maybe the event itself was so much bigger than maybe some of the matches. Because, like, I see, I've got one of the Bleacher Report up, but I see a lot of C pluses in some of the matches. Like, I don't get to C plus kind of thing, but I wonder if maybe it was some of the book talent maybe didn't agree with Christian. Maybe, I don't know. Like just kind of the matches themselves, not the event. Sometimes the event could be much bigger than a lot of the matches.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I do think that's how it is for me right now. Like all the Hardy stuff, like it kind of like, even like there wasn't a Hardy compound thing this week, but I'm still thinking about that, and I'm like sticking it with this because it's
right there.
It's connected to this,
you know. Yeah, and I'm right there with you because I've seen somebody say something about 7 out of 10, and then Christian's. Did you say 7.5?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's been a while since I've kind of gone into the 8s.
I would go 8, maybe 8.2, 8.5. But here's a big thing for me. I have a scale. No, what's the word? Not scale. I grade on a curve when it comes to specials. I'm curious if Thompson does. I need to ask them that. Because then, yeah, I could see this being a 7.5 if you're comparing it to, like, just pay-per-views and not TV shows, which that's why I don't like doing ratings, like numbers, because first of all, I would probably do everything very similar and whatever else, but whatever. Okay, going back, the Hardys are awesome. Super excited about that. Also, I mentioned Matt Hardy was doing good with YouTube ratings, so it's probably carrying over, like you said. People love the Hardys.
I don't know about you, but I feel like the crowd had a huge part in this event. Well, even more than average. Because I kind of
felt like an AEW show from the beginning. When, like, I used to always say they're a fucking part of the show. Like, they're a character on this show because they never stop. It's not like that anymore.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna make a pretty bold claim right here. We're gonna catch those motherfuckers. TNA is gonna be the #2 company in America one day again.
Well, remember that little theory you had mentioned? We went off the podcast. I said something like to the effect that I wonder if WWE is trying to kind of put TNA in the forefront, kind of that void that the fans or a lot of people are getting turned off by W, and there's maybe a TV deal brewing. Maybe
again, this latest Anthem guy also worked at WWE, like the latest Anthem hiring, Robert Ciccone. I believe. I'm not totally sure about Ciccone working at WWE. I'm pretty sure.
But maybe WWE kind of suggests.
You know what I mean? Like exactly. Like like, hey, you should take a look at this guy, or like you're gonna hire this guy. Like maybe they're like, I mean, Jesus, this guy was taking orders from fucking Scott and Don, and you know what I mean? Like the ownership. They listen to Scott and Don and Jericho. Imagine when they sit in a room with someone like WWE person, and they have like all these figures, like how much they make and everything. Like this is a businessman. All they need to do is like see a second of that, and they'll be like, "Holy shit, I've been doing this so wrong, listening to these stupid fucking wrestlers who don't know shit."
That's what my thinking is here. Maybe because he does have the WWE working experience. Maybe they seen something. Like they saw his numbers of how he was generating revenue.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna steal from WWE, I think that's the perfect people to steal. Like I don't know anyone could complain about that. Like. No, you're stealing from You're stealing from the best business in fucking the only people that make big money in wrestling.
Yeah.
Who are you gonna steal from? Tony, who's fucking probably blowing $1 billion a year.
When then a lot of I guess didn't they say some WWE executives were backstage during
Yeah, it's interesting. Also a little bit scary. But I mean, I just like with the whole TNA Plus thing, like I don't know, I think they're really going for it. Like maybe WWE's helping them a little, but whatever. Like, I really don't think like we said last week, I really think WWE is kind of using TNA as like a shield against AEW. Not that they need it, but like as a fuck you shield.
I mean that crossover.
Like you're not getting all the I'm like, first of all, you're not getting all the talent. 2, fuck your Forbidden Door. We're actually going to do it. I mean, what the hell's forbidden about New Japan at this point? I mean, New Japan is literally airs after TNA Impact, and it gets shit ratings. So I would love to know who is watching this show and who is pretending it is this gigantic company in the United States, because it's not. It's not. They can't sell shows in the United States. They cannot sell.
Yeah,
I don't even think they're trying this year.
I think the only reason why it does so good over in Japan is because I think it's owned by really well.
Japan.
Yeah,
I mean,
they have a lot of money.
It's Japanese wrestling. Like, it doesn't work here. Like, I think similar to Lucha. Like, Lucha's fun. Like, Lucha's fun, but I mean, I don't know. Could you see, like, I was going to say, could you see one of those guys as champion in Lucha Brothers? Yeah, it happened. Pentagon. But, like, you know, he wasn't like he couldn't, but, you know, they can't talk and stuff. So, like, it just, I don't know. It's weird. That's why I was never too into the whole New Japan thing, other than fans blowing New Japan, and I thought it would mean something, but fuck that. New Japan, they had a relationship didn't do dick. AEW, they had a relationship with, not bad. I mean, they got some huge buy rates out of Omega. Not going to complain about that. And now they're doing good with WWE. Like, I don't know, people are bitching, and people are always like, oh, well, they didn't do this with WWE. AEW did it better, and like, fuck you, whatever. Be a TNA fan.
Honestly, I don't know why they don't think about bringing back Lucha Underground. I know a lot of people that are clamoring for that.
I think the problem is, I think what's his name tried to, or like, I think MLW does it. Does fucking MLW Underground, but that nobody gives a shit about. Yeah, I'm not even sure if that's still a thing, but they have, what's his name? That dude, the awesome dude, Dario. Dario Cueto. Yeah. Okay, jumping up to the X Division match. Very good. Again, Thompson messed with me. They were like, Thompson, he goes like, I bet you were mad that your boy Trent Seven had the best match of the night. And I was like, screw you. He didn't have the best match of the night. But, I don't know. What do you think? It was a really good match. Like, I didn't think he was that good, but again, I think it's Ali is so fucking good.
I think that's a lot of it right there. Ali makes it look so much better, but I definitely think this might have been my favorite match of the night, just because of how hard hitting it was, all the high flying going on, and
I didn't get over his look. Like, he's so distracting to me.
Yeah,
but yeah, I mean, those clotheslines are nasty, and like, I love those. Like, I love like the short clothesline, like the murder clothesline.
You heard it here tonight. It's probably the first time I've said it. He is starting to win me over a little bit.
Yeah, so. No, this match definitely. I don't think he needs a better look. That's literally all it is. And that was when he came out, we laughed like this motherfucker's from 1960s or 70s. Like he just has the lick doesn't. What the look doesn't work. But Jesus, yeah, this was a good match. It wasn't my favorite. Okay, it might have been the best match, to be fair, in terms of, stars and all that stuff, technicality
and expectations.
I'm not going to argue Christian.
Yeah. No, I definitely
stars and stuff. I don't do stars, and
I was going to say something similar to him. I was just going to say I was so super impressed with Seven's turnover from what he came in. I was like, I always wished I could sign you, but I never did. And then, well, here's my chance. And it's like, oh no, what are we gonna do? Like live in NWA land where he's gonna be kind of a drab and boring character, where they're gonna make him bigger than what he is, and he can put up matches like that. I'd be more than willing to put a title on him if he can, maybe like you say, change his look or.
Yeah. Also, okay, Rich Swann with AJ versus PCO. Again, AJ Francis, holy shit. This guy gets so much heat. And now we're seeing it in like bigger places, so it's louder. And it's awesome. Like, it's awesome. I mean, I don't like Swan losing, but whatever. I mean, PCO has to win, and I like seeing an unannounced PCO match. I don't know, maybe it was announced, I don't know, but it was only 6 minutes, and PCO got the win. And then, more importantly, Steph DeLander came out, and those two are going on a date.
Yeah,
PCO has a better dating life than I do. That is really sad. The man is dead, and he has to be reawoken before every match, and he's still doing better than me.
Pretty interesting. You brought up AJ Francis. I guess this week on TNA's Explosion, he's around the ring with Gia Miller. I don't know what I can't imagine what they're gonna ask him.
Gia.
So
Gia Miller.
Because
Gia Miller
Francis
is one of the most attractive women in the wrestling industry, and I would love to see her being used more in TNA somehow, even as a wrestler or something like.
Well, I've kind of noticed she's kind of getting to be more of an, like different. I don't know how you want to word it, kind of like different hats, if you will.
Yeah.
I noticed she's gotten to do back the interviewing, but I've noticed like she's been out the top of the ramp. I noticed TNA under Anthem and No Scott. I noticed we're getting more interactive as well. Just like I noticed Tom Hannafan and Matthew Raywalt have been doing like a lot of in-ring, like if they go to cut to what the show is going to be about, they'll do like an in-ring segment, like kind of. I don't know if there's before the fans get in there or around when they're filling in, but it's pretty cool. I noticed a little bit different in production there, so I don't know if this is just something happening since Scott's left, or I don't know if anybody out there knows what I'm talking about, but it totally feels different now.
Yep. Imagine like how quickly things again, like these people were putting up, like half the talent was putting these emojis, like Scott was getting fucking hung for being a witch or some shit. The man got fired. The end. Doesn't matter what he did. He got fired. Things are actually so much better. I mean, I don't care what anyone says. I had a problem with Scott. You can go back to my fucking reviews, though. I had a problem with Scott a year ago. I had a problem with Scott 2 years ago or 3 years ago. And I never said a word about it back then. And I talked about all the shows, and Gary can attest, we literally had like a year of shows where it was literally boringly good. We'd say the same shit all the time. This match was good. This match was great. This was cool. This was great. And that was under Scott's booking. So whatever. He was good. Then he wasn't. Now he's fired. Get over it. Okay, so PCO is going on a date. I mean, I guess that could be fun. I would like to see something. I mean, how about a date at the Hardy compound?
yeah, that would be quite a.
Have PCO fall in the water and come back as his old WWE guy.
Yeah,
again, that's one of my favorite things in the history of wrestling, the Lake of Reincarnation. It's just goddamn. The thing with Moose this week, like.
Oh yeah, with him becoming a New England Patriot again.
Yeah, I totally thought it was a big money Moose. You know what I mean? And they went with the football.
That's kind of came into play too, because that one Super Bowl, the New England Patriots did play Chicago in the Super Bowl. Remember, Chicago destroyed.
Oh shit, yeah.
I don't know if anybody caught that, but
that's pretty cool. One. Okay, so the System win the tag match against the Nemeth brothers. This was after the PCO match. I think there was there was some bullshit. This was when Dango.
Our good Dango turned into heel. Well, not really turning heel, because you can't.
How many times did we talk about Dango, man? That was our boy, and then he got stuck with that goof who ruined him, and now he's chilling with the System. So God, I feel like they're really putting the pieces together, and like I'm loving what I'm seeing.
I could see him being more like a manager for the System than anything.
I feel like he's like a perfect, like, I can't think of the word, like a goof kind of guy who just keeps trying to work his way into the System. Maybe they're using him, you know what I mean?
Yeah, they could.
Maybe, or maybe he's just like, But I also love the fact that you just can't do one thing and get into the System. Like, maybe you have to be a champion.
Yeah,
like, I don't know. I think it's interesting. Like, I don't know. It's very cool. It's like they added a member, but they didn't. So it's interesting. And
well, and I don't know if you caught it too. Apparently, it's not official that Masha is actually a part of the System.
Okay. Oh yeah, no, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, they mentioned that.
She doesn't come out with them either. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if there would be a.
See, I didn't notice. I didn't notice this. I didn't notice this. Thank you, Christian. Again, Edwards and Dango hugged after the match. Dango wanted a high five from Moose, but Moose wasn't obliging. Okay, so he's got issues with Moose still. ABC versus. Sorry, I'm blanking. Where the hell did that match go? ABC versus Josh and EY. This was honestly, I thought, maybe the worst match, or just like the match with the least heat, or like, what was this? But ABC got the win, and like, I don't know, very weird. Are they setting up what? Are they setting up just a quick Josh EY feud?
It did get a really it did really get a really cool pop with the Mick Foley-esque testicular claw thing.
Oh yeah,
I was like, what
it was
did
a
I
weird,
miss?
it was a weird
I
crowd.
didn't
It was
notice
a
what
really
it
good
was.
crowd, man.
Must have been like a lot of WWE fans too.
That's what I mean.
Because
It was like real wrestling. It was like a real wrestling fan crowd, and I feel like TNA doesn't get those. They usually get people sitting on their fucking hands. God, I can't imagine how much I like this. It's crazy. And people have rightfully called me a hater for a few months or whatever. And guess what? This is me. I'm just honest. Like I'm so could not be the opposite of a hater. I'm the guy who's gonna go around yelling at people today, talking bad about TNA. Like I'm gonna go back to that because I fucking love this. I'm so happy. I love the way things are looking.
But it makes
Josh Alexander lost on a big special. Like, I'm sorry. Again, the guy wanted out. No one should be rooting for. Like, I don't know why TNA fans are like he's Mr. TNA. Like, to who? He wanted out. Fuck him. Get his wife out of there too. She's not even good at announcing. I'm sorry. Her voice is too low.
It seems like to me that they're still trying to play up that there's a chance of a Team Canada because they were wearing matching.
Yeah, I know. But you know what? Then they should have fucking did that months ago. I mean, they wrestled a few times as a team. They should have been like, bro, let's just be Team Canada as a tag team. But then I guess people would have been expecting Scott. And I did literally see people talking about that. And again, there's literally people tweeting about Scott still. Like, stop. Please, stop. You're crazy.
Move on.
I mean, I'm crazy. People
we need to
say I'm crazy about Scott. And I agree. Yeah, I was. But like, at this point, I'm only mentioning it because I'm seeing that people are still fucking talking about him. Like, holy shit.
Well, you're not going to get that back because the last we heard, our boy Scott was trying to gimmick the Maple Leaf Wrestling trademark. So I think that's really going to be a thing for him, maybe up in Canada. I don't know how well it'll do. It'll probably be like anything Jeff Jarrett ever tried to do. He kind of fell on his face.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, he had to have a show, whatever. Fuck him. He's not worth time. Okay, Kazarian beat Joe Hendry in a shocking match for me, I thought. I mean, shocking ending. But I guess this will just keep the feud going, and Joe gets to beat him at Slammiversary.
Yeah, I was very surprised with this because I kind of felt. I mean, it did give Kazarian a very much needed win over.
Oh shit! Where did Gary go? Lost you for a second.
Oh, I'm right here. Oh, okay. Well, Joe Hendry.
Yeah, I mean,
I guess maybe the singing thing they're going to just kind of keep because he is so popular. You know what I mean?
I think he might. I mean, before the Hardys, I think he's the most over guy, over face.
Oh yeah, definitely. I felt that very thing. Like I was like, well, I mean, he is like really. I mean, the Hardys are the Hardys, and there's no lie they're going to be better, more popular with everybody. But I'm like, I saw him standing in the ring, and I'm like, well, Joe Hendry is. I mean, he's kind of on his way, and if he does get to do that, I don't know, something about a crossover they were talking about in WWE. I mean, that'll take him to another level. So,
yep. Totally agree. And okay. I do worry about that. I could see WWE just taking Hendry, like, yeah, we're gonna have him, and you could, like, he just seems like a WWE guy, like the singing.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like his feuding with LA.
Yeah, totally. I mean, I love Kazarian. He's an awesome heel. I just don't really know what he's doing. He said he wanted to go for the title, I believe, at during the show, I think, or maybe it was on. I forget. I think after the match, he mentioned, I want to go after the world title.
Did you catch they were comparing it to Antonio Banderas?
Oh, yeah.
Dad from Spy Kids, they were chanting.
Yeah, that was pretty good, except I don't know Spy Kids, so that one went above my too old head.
Yeah.
And is that every match? I believe it is. Hang on, give us a second. So
broke everything down.
We can jump over to spoilers soon. Just want to make sure I don't miss. Yep, no, AJ, and then Santana. Okay, that's it for Against All Odds. And now get the hell out of here, because it's spoiler time. I should probably pull up someone else's spoilers that aren't my spoilers because they're probably better, but
Well, before we get the spoilers, would you say that's probably the best show of the year for TNA? I mean,
funny to me, it's like easily the most fun.
Yeah,
like easily the most fun and exciting, and to me, that's way more important than, like 4-star matches and shit. And I think that's how it should be. Like I said, I posted something like neither Matt or Jeff Hardy will ever have another 4-star match, and it doesn't fucking matter. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't.
Correct me if I'm wrong, though. Wasn't it when Jeff showed up on the show? Somebody said it was his old WWE theme. Was that true?
Oh, that's interesting. I do not know that. But on to spoilers. Spoiler alert, leave now. Okay, so we got a lot that happened here. I feel like they taped for, 3 weeks maybe? I don't know. Maybe it's 2, but a lot of shit happened. Oh, wait, they don't have the matches cut out for Explosion on here. Okay, hang on. Let me pull up the Explosion matches. Okay, TNA Explosion. Bhupinder defeated Eli Isom. I think was that his debut?
Oh, Bhupinder's back.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, Isom, though.
Oh, yeah, definitely not.
He's a Ring of Honor dude, right?
I think it was a case of maybe giving him a tryout, but I mean, I wouldn't have him get beat by Bhupinder here.
But still, I mean, I don't know. Do you think they count wins and losses in tryouts, or is it more like, put this guy over?
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. Then there's Sinner and Saint are back, who's pretty solid, and I'm cool with them being a tag team. Kind of reminds me of Reno Scum, not the way they look, just in terms of they're solid enough. And they defeated a team named Torturo and Quintero. I googled everything and I could not find out who they were.
They're probably AAA talent, I would imagine. I'm not trying to be racist here, but based on
but I mean, they just had that AAA show. I mean, Triple Mania. I think it was the same night. So here's an interesting one. Leon defeated Khan. Leon Slater, and it's a good match with TNA chants. I mean, Jesus, this crowd's chanting during a Khan match. Awesome, man. You know what I mean? Like, awesome crowd. Holy shit.
Awesome, but sort of bizarro, because in the past, where was this fan base during all the... I mean, some of the shows that we had in the past were pretty kind of skippable, but I felt like there were some events in the past year where the lack of good fans really...
Oh, yeah, totally. It's a huge thing. I kind of like to downplay it because there's not much we can do as TNA fans. We can make fans show up. So
right.
But yeah, it's a huge fucking difference when you got fans like this. It's again, I was talking to Robles and I'm like, you know what I mean? We were having a blast with the crowd and everything. Okay, I just noticed Giselle defeated Laney Luck. This is just hysterical. It says Giselle had 2 different theme songs. I don't even know what that means, but it's so perfect for this confusing zero of a character whose only character is she loses and whatever. Now she has a match. She has one match these tapings, and it's Explosion match. So I'm sure we're seeing the end of Giselle. You can quote me on that. We'll never see any result to the bullshit with what's her name? Because she doesn't fit now. You got NXT girls in there. You can't fucking Giselle.
I feel like they've repackaged her too much, and no, she's not getting over. She wasn't over to begin with.
Yeah. Whatever. Okay, it says, here's one for you. Both sides of the arena are filled. Last time they never. Both sides of the arena are filled. Last time they never opened the side door. They never opened the other side. So that means there's more people at the tapings than. Jesus.
Well, that kind of tells me too. Maybe this time around, not Scott being there no longer. Maybe their street team's a lot better under a more focused anthem. You know what I mean?
Campaign Sing out getting booed. Ali apologized to Chicago for a video leak. It's an AI video and it's not real. Ali gets into a brawl with a fan until Mike Bailey. It says fan in quotes. Until Mike Bailey makes the save. They start fighting until Ali eventually puts the title on the line at Slammiversary. Boom! Mike Bailey and Mustafa Ali finally happening, Slammiversary, and damn, that could be. I mean, that's big. I mean, Bailey wins, he's sticking with TNA. You know.
No, yeah, definitely. Unless they hit or at that
kind of questionable
juncture, if they're going to hot potato the X Division title, which I hope isn't the case.
Yeah, again, I don't know how long this dude's staying around. Like, I hope he doesn't lose like ever, but he's gonna lose. He's gonna leave eventually, I'm afraid, Ali.
Oh,
and again, he's one of those. He's like Trinity, but so much better. Everything this guy has done is fantastic. Even his character, which I never thought he would have a good character, but good God, fantastic. Like I will watch this guy when he goes back to WWE. That's how much you became a fan.
Well, his ringside antics too with Tom Hannafin were really well done.
Man, like his gear is great.
Yeah.
It's everything about this dude, just whatever. Okay, so Spitfire defeated the Hex. This is a bad one. Marty messed up the ending so bad. Spitfire tried a certain tag move for the second time, and Marty still failed. Hopefully they edit the ending of this match. The person actually kept going on, and I felt bad, so I deleted it from spoilers. It was basically like, the Hex should never be in a ring together again. Marty Bell is the worst human ever.
I think that's what painted me this week on the Go Home show. They put Marty over Masha Slamovich. I get she had help with AK-47, but still.
Have Sienna do that if you need to. Jesus.
Yeah.
Or make it a DQ, Christ. And it's all this. That's one of my most hated things in the world. Well, I'm going to have this one team win. We're going to try to get people to believe that this girl beating this girl means this team has a fucking chance when everyone knows they don't. It's a pointless loss for Masha.
I'm not shaming anybody here, Jay, but have you seen Marty Bell's conditioning? She seems like she's put on a decent amount of weight. Making fun of her.
I always say I used to say she was the most mid wrestler ever, and now she's even worse than that. So
yeah, and I feel like she's kind of regressing.
And I feel bad for what's her name, because she's still just as good, I think.
Oh yeah,
she had a great match against Jordan.
Yep.
AK-47, yeah. Okay, so Johnny Dango Curtis is what he will be called going forward. System's out with their new addition, Johnny. Alicia cuts a promo, getting shut the fuck up chance. I mean, how great is that? Myers gets the mic and gets Edge's bitch chance. Like, they don't even, no one even has to start the chance. Like,
well,
I don't
know
there now.
Did you catch it at the compound where it showed Myers having his one-on-one with the I think it was Maxwell? And, it showed in ring. It showed a pair. It showed a pair of Rated R Superstars pants that he wears.
That's great.
I don't know if he had it, on his person, but they kind of played up that Myers was a big toy collector, and they kept I don't know. It just was really cool to see a Rated R Superstar logo
it plays into everything because he is a toy collector and he sells toys, so it can help them. I don't know. They're fucking. I feel like they're.
I don't know why they would just hand him over the toy line and let them.
Yeah, seriously, totally. I actually asked him that a while back and didn't answer. So Dango said he was tired of sitting home for months. Moose tells Dango he's not officially in the group yet. Moose said he hasn't lost a singles match in over 2 years. Santino comes out and says it will be a 6-man elimination match for the world title at Slammiversary. 5 qualifying match winners and Moose. Kind of racist. He literally just said he hasn't lost a singles match in 2 years. Now he has to beat 5 guys. Over the next few weeks, they will have the Road to Slammiversary matches to see who gets the spots. This is where it gets a little confusing. People don't really know who. There's a match Josh defeated Eric Young. I'm guessing that's one of them. And then there's definitely a match that was announced as one of them. Steve Macklin defeats Sami Callihan. So he's in the Slammy World Title qualifier. Definitely. And then there is Mustafa Ali versus Mike Santana, who went to a DQ in a qualifier, which is interesting. And then Nick Nemeth defeated Swan in a qualifier. So we know for a fact Nemeth is in it.
Yes. Saying they
Nemeth,
wouldn't be surprised.
Macklin, and I think Josh. So that's 3, and then there was the. Yeah, I don't know. I think
somebody was saying they think that it might lead to a Bound for Glory title series or something like that, maybe too.
Well, I mean, I don't like the whole 5-on 6-man elimination, but I do like the elimination thing. But there should be a thing. Moose has to be last because he's the world champ.
Right.
I mean, I'm guessing that's what it's going to be. We'll see.
But it's
Taz beat Ace Steel in a street fight. Like, I mean, it actually seemed like a pretty good heat. But I don't really know Ace Steel. I don't know anything about him other than he's friends with CM Punk. And Joe Hendry made the save, so yeah, they're gonna have Hendry Kaz again, and Hendry will probably get the win, like we just said.
Well,
PCO goes on a date.
Ace Steel does have a very good mind for wrestling, though, so it's a very good pickup for TNA.
I don't know about the dude, so I'm with you. I'll trust you. PCO goes on a date with Steph. They don't mention anything, so that's interesting. Ash by Elegance defeats Heather Reckless. I like Heather. Very hot. Dango defeated Ryan Nemeth. Dango, Myers, and Eddie attacked Ryan until Nick made the save. Josh defeated EY. I think that's a qualifier, but no one has said it was. Grace out. Okay, this is pain. Grace out with Gia Miller. She challenges Ash to a match tonight. Iceman said it won't happen tonight. Jordan beats up Ash and security. And as she's leaving, Masha comes out for a match against Zia. Then it's announced Ash versus Grace for the title at Slammiversary.
Oh, wow.
I'm going to say right now that match is not going to happen. It's just too small for what Jordan has been doing. It wouldn't fit. It just doesn't fit. And there's also a lot of time before. You know how much time there is for Slammiversary? I didn't even realize. Over a month, I think. It's at the end of July, I believe.
Yeah, it definitely is coming up pretty fast, but I think it still has a little bit of time.
But I mean, I think we have 5 tapings.
But I kind of played into the idea you had where Ash by Elegance gets the title, and I wonder if like maybe she takes the TNA title.
Oh yeah, WWE Swerve. Yeah, I've been with WWE this whole time. You fucking idiots! Why do you think I've been sitting here watching matches? You morons! What do you think? Why do you think I named myself Ash by Elegance? To confuse you stupid idiots, to not even think about the fact that I'm with WWE. Like, that could work.
But you don't think that, like, maybe Ash by Elegance goes back to NXT, maybe beats Roxanne Perez, becomes NXT and
no way. No.
TNA, and then Jordan beats Ash to get both.
No. I don't think they would do a double thing like that. Also with Ash, I mean, she would kind of ruin the titles, I think, before Jordan got to them. Like,
I don't know. I feel like there's an end to the means of.
Here's a good knockouts match. Masha Slamovich defeats Zia Brookside. I mean, Jesus, what took so long? They're starting to friggin' break up the knockouts finally, get them together. I'm cool with no Rosemary and all that because of like I mentioned, AAA. That sucks, but it is what it is. So there's a lot of. This is a huge sausage party night. ABC defeated the Rascals and Jake Something and Cody Deaner in a 3-way match. So it looks like ABC is definitely getting the tag title match, which makes me think, where are the Hardys going to be?
Good.
Kushida defeated Angles. Kushida defeated our boy Angels, who's been pretty much buried. Gresham attacked Kushida after, so I guess that's a good feud, Gresham and Kushida.
I mean, Kushida definitely needed the. He definitely needed the. But
I mean, something.
I don't know.
First class out with DJ and another celebrity. AJ has 2 belts. I sent you this one. I thought this was actually an NWA belt, but it's definitely not because he doesn't have an NWA belt. It's an indie belt. I don't know. It was a cool looking goddamn belt though. And then, Nemeth defeated Swan. That's a qualifier. Ali versus Santana went to a DQ in a qualifier. So what the hell does that mean? I'm thinking Santana gets in there somehow, and they just wanted, Mustafa has an X Division match, so he can't be in 2 matches on the same show.
Yeah, I just laugh at like their TNA's been playing up that Santana doesn't want to be in tag team matches, and it seems like lately that's all they've been sticking him in.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but like sometimes you are what you are. I mean, we'll see. Maybe he'll have a great showing at Slammiversary. And then Santino came out and announced a tag team match. I think this is a dark match. Santana, Hendry, and Ali versus Campaign Singh. Santana and Hendry defeated Ali and Campaign Singh. Taz attacks until Rhino made the save. I don't know. Doesn't that sound a little darkish?
Yeah, definitely.
Like Rhino? Yeah, so I don't know about that one. Also, we just hit an hour, so shit.
We might have to trim some of it.
Check out Gary's Jesus Christ, what the fuck was that? Check out Gary's latest thousands of videos he's got going on.
Yeah, currently got review for the movie Punch from Movie Zing, so check that out.
Yeah, also, again, if you didn't hear it last time, Gary gets people like directors So what the fuck, yo? I'm doing this shit for like years. I can't even get a wrestler to retweet my shit, and we still get sick fucking views because we're awesome. And I think because I say a lot of crazy shit and people are interested, but whatever it is, fuck y'all. We did it without your help, and now we're fixing TNA without your fucking help. Everything that's happening, so much of this shit can come from our goddamn podcast. So you're all welcome, and everyone have a nice week, and we'll see you next time.
See you next week.